Hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to Elk Mountain mining. Back over at the gravel yard. We are all over the place today. Gravel yard first, then we're going to head up to the gold mine before we go and take a little bit more time with the logs. Obviously that is our priority at the moment. We have made a start on that, but I wanted to get these guys up and running again and have a little bit of material being produced out of here, so we've got some more income going. So we're looking for some efficiencies, and we've got a little bit of a change set up. I mentioned it last time. I've thought about it. Let's go and set up a little bit of a conveyor here, one that will pick up product off the ground. So my thought is we spend a little bit of time, put 100,000, 200,000 litres of stones here in front of this conveyor. That should keep the tractor going for quite a while. What is it, 18,000 litres I think capacity in there. So we can keep that going and running around, going and dumping up into the crushers over there. We can carry on getting things produced. We could even divert it into the lime. I did think about bringing another truck like the smaller rock truck we had at the mine, which wouldn't reverse very well. I thought that would actually run on this pretty nicely because it's a loop course. So I might even send that over on auto drive and get that set up over here. But for now, we are just going to jump into here, get some stones piled up and get these guys underway. And then we're going to head over to the gold mine and actually do the same thing there before getting up into the forest again. So we've got our terra farm all turned on already. In fact, we just need to press the O. It is there, up and running. So we should be able to pull in here and start to get some stones. I want to clear out this little bit of an area so we can make our pile here and not be getting in the way. There we go. I think we just move forward. As we found out last time, there is quite a decent pickup radius on those conveyors. Now I think we might just have to hop out and turn that back on. Let's just have a quick look here. There we go. For some reason they need to be hopped into to activate them again. It's a little bit annoying, but that is what it is. So we'll just spend a little bit of time. Like I said, I reckon 10, 12 bucket loads should be more than enough to keep things moving for quite a while. We can come back over and check for a while, but it is 3 PM in November. We aren't going to have sunlight for too long. It is going to disappear relatively early, so we want to be chasing that sun and getting as much done as we can. But there we go, that is all full, and we'll now run over and start putting some rocks up into the crushers. So we'll just carry on here, get this all done, and then we'll head over to the gold mine. Well, right, I think that is probably going to be a decent supply of stones to last a wee while. It's probably actually about 20 buckets there, kept on going. But we've already had the trailer over and refill again. So let's just pop over here, because I need to make sure we've got the trucks all up and running. Let's just jump into this one. In fact, we'll just do a double check over here. We've got 100,000 litres of lime, and there's still stones and water producing. So we're actually full in here. So this truck can be set up to run back down to the train silo full of lime. There we go, that will fill up. I'll leave that one there moving. And let's just pop over here, make sure everything is up and going as it should be at this end. Now it looks to be. Has this got some? It does. In fact, it is already got a full truck up the front there. So we'll bring that one forward. Everything else is going to keep on moving, keep on supplying. We can see all the chains there dropping product. So we'll bring it in here and we will turn this on, and that should keep moving. So productive times here at the gravel mine. This is going to work really well, I reckon. We will wait and see. So with all that sorted out, that trailer is heading back off. Truck looks like it's full of lime already. We're going to leave things here and head on up to the gold mine and get things moving there as well. So we've made it over here to the gold mine, and you will see immediately we have made another change. We have increased capacity by a second conveyor and getting those trucks hopefully filling a little bit faster. Obviously it was taking quite a while and we weren't getting the maximum efficiency we could. So I think with two of them it might make a little bit of an improvement. Hopefully we can get trucks cycling one at a time and get things moving. I've also got the big boy over here. They're all loaded up, and we're going to run that up to the wash plant just to get some dirt into there and get things started. And then we'll come back down, because we do need to make sure there is going to be enough pay dirt sitting there ready for the conveyors to pick up. The timing, in fact, looks like we're just going to beat the other truck out there and up to the mine, up to the wash plant. So we'll go and get this dumped out, and then we'll come back down, spend a bit of time in the dozer and loader, making sure we've got all that dirt ready for the trucks to load up with. There we go, we've got the big boy dumped in, and we're just waiting for the second truck here. They will come in and tip things in, but I just thought we'd pop over here, just have a quick look. So there we go, we've got a good amount of dirt. Diesel, 3,000 litres, hopefully that's going to last for a while. Concentrate is starting to pile up. In fact, we've got a good amount of concentrate here already, which is very good. And we do need to get that tailings truck up and going as well, although we can afford to have that filling up. I think there's some decent capacity, but we will need to move those back up. But we'll come up, I think, and do that a little bit later. Getting the gold processing isn't too much of a rush. That seems to go through pretty quick. So we'll go and hop over here into the T900, get this all sorted out, straightened up, lined up. Looks a bit messy at the moment. And then we'll be over into the forest. And there we go, all done. Tailings are starting to fill up. I hadn't actually noticed that it did have an adjustable fill plane there, which we've just driven through. But that was good to see. It did actually go down. So that does visualize how much tailings you've got there. So looks like we're going to have to move the excavator a little bit just to let that truck turn, so we'll jump in and do that. Now, someone did ask me, and just to clarify, anyone who's wondering, the wash plant doesn't produce sand. This was just something I did as a little bit of a role play thing that we had an issue up here and had to clean out. Gave me something extra to add into the storyline that we're following along here with a little bit. So that was just done using some power tools, pre-easy dev tools, and loading a couple of trucks up with sand that we could then dump in there and spread out to come and pick up and out here with the excavator. So let's get this out of the way, jump over here into this, move it so we can get the tailings down into the train station, and then we'll head on over to the forest. Now before we do go, we do need to get back down here and push some more dirt down, don't we? But great to see the second truck is already on its way up, and the first one's down there loading up again. So I think we might be getting a little bit of a benefit to having both of those conveyors going at the same time over just the one. So if we can keep two trucks moving pretty much continuously, we do a pretty good job at keeping the wash plant moving. But we need to get down there, we need to jump into that dozer, push some more dirt down there so that the conveyors don't run out, don't run dry, and then we will be over into the forest. So we'll clamber down this way. I think we'll go the safe way, get down there and carry on getting that dirt pushed up. We've hopped into the D10 and got this up and running. Now someone also commented, apologies for not remembering who that was, about the angle on the blade there. So we're just going to, I've been running it quite a way back, we're actually going to try running it with the blade just a little bit further forward, see if that will help in any way, shape or form. So we'll just make a start there. I think everything's turned on. What have we not got? We've got terraform set to material, not to lower, so that's not going to work at all. Here we go, flatten is the option we want, so let's try that now. There we go. Need to be getting a little bit of material on the front. Let's see if we can get this pushed down and make sure those conveyors keep going while we are up in the forest. So we'll just spend a little bit of time here doing this, maybe another 5 or 10 minutes. And then we'll go and start loading some logs up on some trucks and getting those down to the train station as well. It's going to be a busy time down at the train yard. We've spent about 5 or 6 minutes up here doing this. We've definitely got a lot more dirt down there, which is good. Now, I'm just intrigued. Watch that truck, see if it gets full. The other one's just coming down the hill there, not too much further to go. I'm intrigued, is it going to manage to get full before the other one gets here? Because if it does, that will mean the dual conveyors are working out pretty much perfectly to get them going round and round without too much downtime. I'm close, because I know that truck's looking pretty full. Not quite. Oh, there it is. Look at that. That was just about bang on. Perfect. That's very impressive. So we've definitely made a big gain by getting our second conveyor down there to make this work a little bit faster. Now the other thing I could have done, we'd jump in the excavator and dig a little bit of dirt and tip it down there. I could have also cheated a little bit and got the big scoop loader there, the scoop excavator, whatever you want to call it, and dumped a couple of those down there too, because we know they've got some big capacity buckets and would have chewed through the dirt. But I think we're going to be pretty sweet here for at least, we've only got an hour and a half or so of usable daylight to carry on working in. People will be wanting to go home for smoko or for dinner, get back to their families. But anyhow, I think we'll leave things here with the bulldozer. We will head on over to the forest and start getting some trucks loaded up over there as well. Alright, we're over here in the forest now. We've got our first load of logs here in the grab. We are going to get put up here into the truck now. I am still just going to load up the centre. We're going to change change up when we get back to some cutting and go down to the 6 metre logs, and then we can load up on the front, or we go to a longer 12 or 14 metre log that we can load up across the whole truck and take more of the length up. I'm not sure. I know we get more for the 6 metres, so it depends whether we're chasing the money or chasing the efficiency. Could be a bit of both. Let's see how we go. But I'm just going to carry on and get these all loaded up. Now what I want to do, get the trucks loaded, send them off down to the train yard to get unloaded. Now we're going to have to do that manually. This is the one part of the whole process we can't do automatically because we're loading them onto the train. I wonder if we did it to the sawmill or something like that and had an unload trigger, whether that would work automatically or not. But I do want to put them on the train and see how many we can get on there, whether we can load the train up and have basically full of everything we can have, and sell a whole lot of things all at once. So let's just carry on, get these trucks loaded up, and then we'll get to probably clearing this area out. I want to finish it before we move on to more cutting, so that requires a little bit of stump grinding and things like that to clear up the area. So we'll go and get some trees loaded up, and then we'll carry on with the other tasks. Alright, there we go. We've got 2 trucks loaded up there, so we'll just get some ties around this. We normally be chains, not straps, but we'll work with what we've got. Get those all locked down. I'm going to hop into this one and do the same. Now, we did run into some issues last time with the stability of the trailers on their way down there, so I'm just going to double check we've got our auto drive speeds set a lot more friendly than they were. I put into the wrong truck. This one. There we go. Let's have a quick look here at auto drive and see if we can slow things down just a touch. Alright, well, we've set our speed there at 30 miles per hour, and I've just set the cornering speed to 50%. So we're going to head on down to forestry train unload, press the go button there, and leave this one to head on without running us over. And we're going to hop on the other one, and they can go and do exactly the same. Alright, and there we go. First truck and second one is on its way as well. So, fingers crossed, they make it all the way there without having any issues. We'll have to keep an eye on that on the map and make sure things keep moving. But that's good. Right, let's go and get the rest of these logs pulled out of the way, or lifted out of the way. We'll come and get these all set up, and then we'll be able to come in and get some things cleared out and start cutting down some more. Just having a quick look here. It looks like where we had our issue last time, which was the intersection here with the gold mine, both trucks have made it through, which is fantastic. It must be the tailings truck up front. And then if we have a look over here, we've also got one of the lime or the sand trucks heading over this way. It looks like the other one is either unloading or has got caught up in some reason in the train station, which is going to be a bit of a problem. We're going to get a bit of a log jam there very soon. So we'll carry on. We'll have to hop down there and just take a look and make sure everything's okay, but we will have to pop down soon anyhow to unload those 2 logging trucks. We've got all the logs moved out of the way. It means we can get in and do some grinding. However, we've had the notification to say the trucks have made it down to the unload point, so I think we'll head down there, go and check out what else is happening, because like I said, I think we might have a little bit of an issue with some blockages. So we'll go and figure out the logistics of AG haulage. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a traffic jam. Let's go and have a look at the front, what is going on up here. 4,000 litres of lime. I'm assuming the train silo must be full. So what we're going to do, I'm going to tell this to go back home, get more lime out of the lime crusher, and that should mean everything else can move through and unload and carry on with their travels. And then over the other side, I'm just going to take a look. We've got the 2 log trucks made it down here safe and sound, which is perfect. I'm not sure where the train is. I think the train is stationary up there somewhere, so we'll go and bring that down, and we should be able to get some of these logs unloaded. Alright, we've managed to unload both the trucks. Now the train, I think with the weight in it, is just creeping forward ever so slightly, because it does have 4 fully loaded carriages, or 3 fully loaded carriages, sorry, up the front. So it does just start slowly wandering down the hill. It makes it a little bit hard to load, because you put it in a position to be able to load from, and then it moves. But there we go. Got that done. Just try and use the forks to convince this log to get down where it needs to be. There it is. Perfect. Right, with that done, it's time now to head back up to the cutting where we are doing our forestry and carry on there. We'll get the train out of the way so we can do that, turn those lights off. There we are. So we'll get the train moved out of the way. We'll leave it here for now. Don't think we need to have it moving. I think we're actually at capacity in our silos, some of the other products stored, because I can't put any more sand, lime or tailings weren't going into the silos, so I'm not quite sure what the issue is there. We may have to try and sell some of what we've got in these carriages because they are all full. There we go, we'll leave that there, and these two trucks can head on back up to where they came from. So while we wait for the trucks to head back up here, we're going to jump into the Prinoth and go and get some of these stumps ground up so we get them all out of the way. Then we'll be able to start moving back that way through some of this forest, I think. So get that powered up, get it lowered down, see what sort of job it does here, getting rid of some of these stumps. Easy. It did that easily. Look, we'll spin around this way. A little bit high. Here we go, we can open that up. Choose it up and spits it out pretty efficiently. We'll just going to motor around here. We haven't done a time lapse yet. We haven't done anything other than jumping between equipment. So let's time lapse this very, very quickly as we race around, get these stumps all chopped up, and try and get it done before the trucks get back here. I think that's them all done. I can't see any more stumps floating around anywhere. I'm sure I've probably missed one. It would be uncommon to get them all, but there we go. That is that all done. That went really easily, really smoothly. This machine is pretty grunty. Lots of horsepower behind it, so I just chewed through them. There we go. We'll get the lights turned off, turn the engine off, and leave that there. Now I'm just waiting for the trucks to get back. Might as well go and jump over here into the processing unit and make a start on a few more of these trees. And I think, been thinking about it some more, we will change these down to a smaller size. Maybe go for the 6 meters rather than the 8 meters we have been doing. And there we go, 8 meters is the maximum we can do with this anyhow. So we'll change that to 6 and get things turned on. Some lights going as well. We'll go about getting some of these trees just around here cut down and just making a bit more of a start in here. Alright, well, I've had time to run around and cut down quite a few more trees. And there's been no sign of our trucks, which is a little bit concerning. I wonder whether they decided it was too close to knock off time to come and do another load. A bit disappointing. But let's go and have a look on the map. I genuinely have no idea where they are. Well, they are on their way here, but I have no idea what route they've taken. I wonder if I don't have a right hand turn in here and they've gone up to the mine, or how on earth it's taking them so long. I'm actually quite surprised it's taken them this long, but they are still on their way, so that's good to see. As for everything else, we've still got a couple of trucks stuck down here. I think there's an issue with the train somewhere. I think we need to sell some of the material out of the train so we can load it out of the silo and keep them moving. But just while we're waiting for these two trucks to get back here, because I do want to get some more logs down to the train before we do sell everything, let's go and have a look at the mine and see how things are going. Well, it looks like we've run out of dirt here, which is a good thing and a bad thing, I suppose. Obviously things keep moving, which is good. Just have a look in here. 60,000 litres. Now, of course, I've got no idea how many trips I've made around, but there we go. That has got to that point. So how much concentrate do we have up in the wash plant? There we go, we've got 11 pallets there. What are we missing? We're missing dirt. We've got diesel, and your tailings there, and the concentrate. So it's obviously been running. Certainly can't say it hasn't been, because we've got more than we started with, which is good. But does mean when we come back next time, we will have to make sure we get a better stockpile of dirt. So we may have to call in that front scoop to create a decent amount. So while we're checking on this, let's go and check on the gravel as well. Well, same story. They are all out of stones here. Looks like there is some in the trailer. 13,000 litres. And pop over here, see what's happened over with everything else. We've still got some stones sitting there in that. Stones running up here will be gravel once it's been crushed. Gravel in there, and we've got a stack of sand, and that's because our truck is obviously stuck up at the trains, so we can't get that unloaded. I did notice the other truck is over here at the lime, so I wonder if it is full, or at least used up all the lime we have in storage. There we go, he's got 24,000 litres. Let's just have a look, see what we've got going on here. It's no more lime, so all out of stones at that one. So that's something else we can get set up next time. But I think we'll let things shut down here for the evenings at the two mines. But we'll get back up there. The trucks are back at the forest. We'll go and get those loaded up and back down to the train for one last trip. So they both are. They did manage to make it, which is good. I'm still intrigued as to what course they took, how they took so long, because it certainly seemed that they got down there with a full load quicker than they got back here with an empty load. So who knows, maybe they went past the donut shop or something like that on the way. Needed a pie. So we'll get these loaded up. I'm just wondering whether we're going to get two loads out of these longer logs, or whether we do have to load one of them up with the shorter logs. But there we go. It was quite easy actually to grab those with them all lined up there like that, so that is good to know. Wasn't wasted time going to that effort. All done. That made it very easy. Oh, we're certainly not going to get them all on one truck, so we might as well just split them evenly between the two. Get them both back down to the train and unloaded, and that will leave us with just the 6 metre logs to start loading next time. I think I need to think about getting a heavier excavator up here, or wheel loader, sorry. This one doesn't like having too many logs out the front there. Doing a bit of a dance. Get that stabilised and get those lifted up in just a second. There we go. Right, one more scoop and we should just about be done. And there we are. They were a lot easier to pick up and get a decent grab with them all lined up like that, which is good. Last task, try and get them loaded onto the truck. Alright, and there we go, all loaded and off again. Not sure how we left that one sitting up there on the top of the trailer, but we have. That should be fine though, it's well strapped down. So let's let them head on off, and while we do that, so we wait for them to get down to the trains, we'll just spend a few more minutes, get things tidied up here, turn off some lights, and then get down and get that train loaded up and do a final count on how much we've made off what's in it so far. Alright, we're all done up here. The trucks are down at the train, so we'll head down and get them unloaded. Got another load here. Probably only one truckload because we should be able to split them between the two bunks. So they were a lot harder to handle, these 6 metre lengths. They didn't sit in the grab quite as well. I don't know, I'm torn. I think I might almost go back to the 8s. We'll see. We'll give this a go though. We haven't put any in the trucks or anything. So, but anyhow, let's get down to the train yard and get those trucks unloaded. Well, we've got down here, it looks like the logs have gone walkabouts in the train. I should have strapped them down. That was my mistake. I did know that they did that because we made sure we didn't have that issue last time. But we've got plenty of other space in here, and we are going to send everything off to sell tonight. So it doesn't matter too much. So let's just see if we can carefully tread our way in here to try and get some of these off. It's not actually the easiest thing to do, particularly without trying to tip a truck over. There we go. That should be a pretty good start. There we go, and we should be able to get most of those off in another load. So we'll put this over into this second carriage here, and then we'll go and get the rest of them in here as well. Well, hardly surprising that our last load ended up sitting up there. That's terrible. Can we strap it down? Can. Right, let's do that. Let's get these few strapped down, and then we're going to go jump in the train and go and get these sold. Should be enough. So look at the front. The front's not much better, to be honest. Them hanging out the edge. Well, we've got all our logs on. I bet you we're going to have an issue on the bridge. What's the bet? One of those logs is going to have a problem here on the bridge. I think we got lucky there, but yes, we do want to sell things. $100,000 worth of wood. Now I did notice we lost some. As they got to the edge of the map here, a few got flung out. That's alright. But it hasn't sold all the other product we have up in there, so we're going to have to get the train back and go and sell that as well. And there we go, $176,000. So that should be everything all gone now, which is very, very good. So $276,000 off that load out of the train, and we've got plenty more to sell in the silos here. And we've got plenty more logs where the rest of them have come from. Still not convinced that what we've got going on down here with the loading is the best option. Do wonder whether we'd be better off using something different than this loader. It's just it's not working quite how I hoped it would, but we'll give it some more thought. If anyone's got any suggestions, feel free, let me know, and maybe we need to try and start selling at the sawmill where we've got a bit of a trigger instead of having to unload them onto the train as well. That could be another option. But there we go, it is 5:30, it's getting dark, it's getting late, and I think that is a perfect place to wrap up this episode. So as always, hope you have enjoyed that. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.